Okay, a group called The Frontier, a journalistic group, has looked into what they say some fact checks on what you're saying about how people in Oklahoma feel about abortion. They cite a Pew Research study. They say the most recent numbers they have are from 2014, found that 51% of Oklahoman respondents believed abortion should be legal in all or most cases. So within the last few years, they say your state was pretty evenly split, actually, on this issue.
Well, some of those some of those different facts or those newspapers that you're quoting are not what we find with the people in Oklahoma. These bills, the representatives are elected from all over the state of Oklahoma, probably 80–90% passage in our state. So I totally disagree with those numbers.
Okay, so let's talk about another law that you've signed, much like in what your neighboring state, Texas, has done, allows for private causes of action for anyone who attempts, completes, or facilitates an abortion. This can be including someone who pays for one after a heartbeat is detected, roughly 6 weeks. We've got brand new Fox News polling on this and how people feel about at that 6-week mark. About 50% say they think at 6 weeks abortion should remain legal. Now, your law, as I understand it, has no exceptions for rape or incest, and the argument is a victim may not know at 6 weeks that she is pregnant. So what do you say to a woman who finds herself in that situation, lives in your state, and feels like she's got no options?
Well, first off, super compassionate about that. I have daughters, cannot even imagine what that would be like and that hardship. But you have to choose. That is a human being inside the womb, and we're gonna do everything we can to protect life and love both the mother and the child. And we don't think that killing one to protect another is the right thing to do either. And our heart is super compassionate about that. We want the churches, we want all the services, the state, the nonprofits to come around with adoption services, that's super, super hard, and we're going to do everything we can to help them, but aborting that child we don't think is the right thing to do.
Okay, so let's talk through some of those issues, because you know it's one of the main critiques of the pro-life position. So in Oklahoma, to look at the stats of what a woman is facing there with a child, 21.3% of children live below the poverty line. 71% of SNAP participants are in families with children, and Oklahoma ranked 42nd overall in child well-being. A Washington Post opinion headline puts it this way: the GOP roars about abortion, then they abandon the children. So what is the plan in Oklahoma to help women, if you're advising them to carry through on these pregnancies when they are up against some real challenges?
Well, I mean, here's the deal. Is the answer to the socialist Democrat left to abort poor kids? I mean, that's just ridiculous to even kind of quote those type of stats. We have a free market in Oklahoma. We believe that God has a special plan for every single life and every single child, and we want everybody to have the same opportunities in Oklahoma.
The Supreme Court is about to overturn a law that made abortion safe and legal for women in the United States. It's a law that is supported by 70% of Americans. The overwhelming majority of Americans want women to have access to safe and legal abortions, and that important right is being taken away from them.